Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Tiffany of Clarity, Confidence, Courage. Today we're diving into a topic that many of us can relate to, imposter syndrome. I'm going to be discussing what imposter syndrome is and steps you can take to really overcome this thing called imposter syndrome. As always, would love it if you could like, share, and subscribe. Now let's talk about it. If you've never heard of imposter syndrome, it's a nagging, anxious feeling of self-doubt in your abilities, your beliefs, feeling like you're a fake. And it's a fear of being exposed as a fraud, even when you've achieved success. It's like that unwelcome guest that's in the back of your mind whispering to you, you don't belong here, you're not good enough. It's really a bizarre circumstance to be in. For example, if you're a successful attorney and you've worked really hard and you've won almost all of your cases, you may still feel like you're not good enough, or that you're not smart enough to be promoted as a senior lawyer or a partner at your firm. That's how imposter syndrome can play on your mind. And it's like no matter how much you've achieved, you still feel incompetent. And many times you think everyone else knows exactly what they're doing except you, which isn't true. People with imposter syndrome are often highly accomplished and high-performing individuals. Usually, on the outside, their life looks really well put together and show no signs of being a fraud or a phony. However, because their internal belief system doesn't match up with what the world sees, they usually suffer from feelings of nervousness, anxiety, and even depression. Studies show that women tend to have higher rates of imposter syndrome than men. And this can really affect women when they're striving for success in male-dominated fields or pursuing leadership roles or just simply trying to navigate life's challenges. Even if you're a new mom, you may still feel like you don't have what it takes to be good enough or that you're giving your baby enough. And even you can suffer from imposter syndrome as a mother. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to define us, and it certainly shouldn't hold us back. So how do we overcome imposter syndrome and reclaim our confidence? Here are a few strategies that can actually help you to start working on overcoming imposter syndrome. First, you need to recognize your achievements. Take stock of all the things that you've already accomplished, no matter how small they seem. Write them down and celebrate them. And acknowledge that you've earned a place at the proverbial table, whatever that may be, whether it's in your professional life, your friendship life, your social life, whatever it is. Trust me when I say you're not alone. I have definitely suffered from imposter syndrome, even when I was doing, in my mind, and what other people said were amazing things, and even when I was achieving those things. So just know you're not alone, but write down things that you've done and really be happy that you've done these things. Celebrate yourself. Writing down what you've done will help you to see that you are not an imposter. Number 2, embrace imperfection. Understand that nobody is perfect, and that's perfectly okay. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them, and then move on. Grow stronger on that journey and in the process. There are no perfect humans. I don't care how rich they are, how beautiful they are, how successful they are. No one is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, or everybody has made decisions that really they found out later was not a best fit for them. I love the concept of fail forward fast. In the business world, failing forward means go ahead. If it was a mistake, fail at it, do it. If it failed, it is what it is. Learn from it, move on. I have had to do this many times as an entrepreneur, got myself in situations that just didn't work out. I learned the lesson and I moved on. And I told myself, hey, nobody's perfect. You did what you thought was best. Now you know better. And now you can move forward doing it the right way. Number 3, cultivate self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, especially when you face setbacks or challenges. Treat yourself with the same empathy and understanding that you would offer to anyone in the same situation, whether it's a friend or coworker. That self-compassion can go a long way, especially when you're a high-performing, high-achieving person. Oftentimes, you do deal with perfectionism. Hello. You do tend to feel like that you're never giving enough, or what you give is never good enough. So part of that imposter syndrome is sometimes just having to sit back and say, you know what? I did good. And my good enough is good enough. I learned that from a coach that I actually worked with a long time ago. When she taught me about business, she was like, Tiffany, stop trying to be a perfectionist. Get it done and say to yourself, good enough is good enough. And later down the line, if it absolutely does not work, you can improve it. You can, change it up a little bit or add to it. But don't constantly worry yourself about being perfect. Have compassion that you're a human. Good enough is good enough. Get it done and move on. So have some compassion for yourself. Number 4, seek support around positive people, a supportive network of friends, a supportive network of family, mentors, coaches, or peers that really believe in you and your potential. Lean on them for encouragement and guidance when you need them. It's so amazing to be able to be around people that you trust that can see how great you are. They can see your greatness. They can see how smart you are, or whatever the attribute is. And they help to celebrate you. And then you feel comfortable being around them. And then when you go to them and you're vulnerable, they can help encourage you. Because a lot of times, people that are successful in that way, people that have achieved things, they're usually people that have gone through a lot of ups and downs. They're people that have had to face a lot of challenges. So when you're able to go to them and be vulnerable and say, I don't know if I can do this, or I'm afraid, they're usually the people that's going to say, I've been there. I understand how you feel. And let me just tell you, keep going. You got this. They're going to encourage you. And I am so thankful that I have those people in my life. I am intentional about surrounding myself with people who are either where I am or have surpassed me and are where I want to be, because they can help me and they can encourage me on my journey. Number 5, challenge negative thoughts. Whenever imposter syndrome comes up, challenge those negative thoughts, those limiting beliefs, with evidence of your competence and capability. Remind yourself of your strengths and your accomplishments. Again, when you have a negative belief that pops up and it's like, I don't know if I can do this, or I'm not smart enough, I want you to look at that list that you wrote out of all your accomplishments and wait a minute, I did this, I did this, I did this. It's almost like looking at your own life resume and saying, wait a minute, I've already raised 3 children, so of course I can raise this child. Or I've already created businesses, so of course I can create another one. Or I've already done really well in sales this month, so why would I not think I'm gonna do well next month? Of course I can. Be willing to be your own cheerleader, to really push those negative thoughts to the side and say, nope, not today. I'm not putting myself down. I'm going to encourage myself. I'm going to push myself, but I'm also going to embrace and champion for myself and celebrate myself. It takes work and it's practice, and it's not going to happen overnight. But the more you do this, the more you will overcome imposter syndrome. Remember, overcoming imposter syndrome is a journey. And it's one that requires patience with yourself, resilience, and self-compassion. But with determination and the right support system, again, those people that you want to surround yourself with that are positive, you can break free from its grasp and move forward with confidence. That's what this whole channel is about. Building up the confidence, the resilience, the belief in yourself to move forward boldly and courageously. Trust me, when you do that, you will overcome imposter syndrome. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you found this video helpful, and let me know in the comments if you have struggled with imposter syndrome. If so, you're not alone. I know I have. Put a little heart emoji if you have struggled with it and you are also using these tips to overcome it. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, you are worthy, you are capable, and you belong. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.